I'm told we're live, but in the end, I think we're all still dead inside. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Blades in the Dark, our regularly scheduled broadcast, this time with hopefully 100% less technical issues. Where last we left off, the crew had kind of been converging on Nightmark and kind of not, but I believe there's about to be a slight shake-up to the plans on that. Rather than go directly into the score, as I think we were kind of hinting at last time, I think folks want to try and dig around for a few more potential options. So, how does that look, gentlemen?
Well.
Oh, hell.
I forget what form she was in. Fuck. We'll say Songbird.
Makes sense.
I feel your pain.
What? Oh, because your face, yeah, huh?
Oh, because I had a character with a split personality.
Oh, yeah. That's the Quarry Ridge, right? Quarry Grove, whatever. That's true. So we'll say Songbird. She goes around Night Market and I guess kind of talks to like the underbelly of Night Market and see what the word is about this merchant shop owner guy, and if he's got any anything hanging over him or any major vices that kind of controls him a fair bit. Some dirt on him.
Interesting. Yes, I like this. Carry forward. How is it you're going about that?
I think just talking to
like you
people.
said, you're just going like.
Yeah, we're just gonna socialize and try to gather the rumors, see what the word is. Like just straight up conversation. I mean, she probably has some sense of being known in the underbelly, at least a loose sense of it. So it's not like she's out of her element. It's just a matter for people to be willing to spill some beans.
So consort roll, then, is what I'm hearing?
Yeah. Probably. Even though that's going to end very poorly.
Make it a risky standard roll.
What's the risk?
Oh. Death. The risk is you're doing this in an area that is also frequented by Mr. Resh. Reach? How's that? Resh. Yes. Oh, hello?
So he'll like spot me catching info on him?
Unless he'll spot you, more word will sort of spread. It'll be the starting of a clock. He'll be able to sort of zero in a bit better on, hey, she went that way, sort of scenario.
All right. What does it say? Risky standard?
Yes.
3.
Ah, wow. Not a whole lot of points to sort there. But, clock is a clock. Let me load this up real fast while I sort of describe. So, you don't manage to learn a whole lot. Perhaps no one you talk to has the appropriate information you're looking for. Perhaps no one you talk to. Perhaps the guy just never leaves his house. It's hard to really say. The most you get out of that is he just seems to really like the weirdest of items. That's his business model in a nutshell, so it's not a whole bit. So it's hard to kind of define, is this about him or is this about his business?
Okay. Well, fuck. Well, that's unfortunate.
Yep.
So I guess I return
That
to
was
the crew with not much gathered and find out how Rayford's thing went when he gets back.
yeah.
So how does Rayford fill us in on his thing, his adventure?
Yes.
So does everyone approaching me now?
We're back at our lair.
Instead
back
of
at
running
the-
away, we're approaching you.
Oh, got you. As a recap will be he's charging it way too much. He's speaking character. He's charging a ridiculous price of 10 coin, or he said something else that equivalent to 10 coin, wasn't it? Forgot what that word
Yes,
was.
10 coin was the price he gave you.
He's upcharging to a ridiculous degree. He's catching on to my show, but we managed to convert it. We don't have to use that face again. I didn't get much information out of him besides I know he has an artifact that will be very important to us, and he tends to be he's a short little weird man. He didn't show up until I pretty much called him over.
Well, do recall that you did learn that the artifact he has is one of your god.
Oh, in that case, he kind of looks at everybody. It's like, it's very important we get this. The Centurious will be very happy. So I urge you to get it.
Well, at least he has said item. That's at least a positive, even if he is not willing to part with it for reasonable sums of money. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to dig up anything that would be, particularly useful for dirt on him. He doesn't seem to mess with bad people in any way that we can use. He's a hermit of his shop and his home, I guess.
Oh, he did. I did try to put on a show and mention vague name, but he brought up one name of that guy's name. Hold on, I'll check the chat.
Lord Tommel.
Tommel.
Lord Tommel Hurl. Yes.
Of
So Lord Hurl, technically.
Lord Hurl. Mentioned he frequents his shop often. I don't know if he's intimidated by him or not. He is regular, and I'm guessing he doesn't want to sell important items to an average Joe.
Oh dear. Then, well, what approach do we think we want to go about for relieving him of our much needed artifact?
You can't do a bidding war. I'm making it more expensive. That's stupid. Oh, this man seems only driven by greed. And hoarding, of course.
So do we steal from this man then? Sneak in? Or barge in, as the name may be? Is that what we're looking for?
Could be an option. You did find any information besides he was just a hermit, right? He's just a recluse or whatever.
Yeah,
It
pretty much.
seems that way, yes.
Get an idea?
Well, if he's a recluse hermit, if we can figure out just, I guess, where he lives, like.
He lives in the shop.
Well, yeah. Well, so like, if we like just kill him, like, who's
Oh,
gonna
no.
find out?
I don't think the gods will like that kind of ritual.
It depends on how wide his smile is.
God. This could be a very risky venture, but I don't know why I keep going back to Lord Hurl. I just want to meet a rich Tekarosi. I don't know why. It's not common. I bet it isn't. Is that common?
No. Most rich people in this city are going to be Akarosi nobility, the old families and whatnot. With some Scotlanders that have really long bloodlines. And, of course, you're more likely to find an Aruvian noble in this city. Which, remind you, that's on the other end of the world.
Sorry, what was the King of Spain?
Like, they're in this city. There's an entire embassy for the Aruvians in this city, and the entirety of, a Dagger Islander noble. That's a better one, because the Red Sashes, as they are, pretty much all Aruvian nobility to one form or another.
I'm just going to say, this might be a risky venture, but what if we make contact with Lord Hurl? He seems very frequent of this shop. Maybe if I see his face, I might be able to pretend to be him for a short little while.
Oh. That certainly could be helpful.
Seems untrustworthy. I figured a familiar face would lower the price.
But can we afford really paying for it at all, though?
Kind of like turns to her is like, well, Father Centurius thinks so, as long as we get it. Process, the method doesn't really matter, as long as we get this artifact.
That is true. I was hoping to maybe simply subdue him and be off with the artifact, without causing too much other damages.
What's wrong with making friends? It's always good to have connections.
I mean, certainly if we can get ourselves in the door, but I still imagine we're probably going to have to restrain him when the time comes.
Meanwhile, I have like 6 favors I owe to people. What about you two? Bartholomew and Katil. Hard to say those words in that voice.
Go, please, you can call me Bobo.
Bobo.
For our criminal things. If my name is too hard to pronounce.
So we have a very elaborate plan and a very straightforward plan. Rush them.
Simplicity affords itself less trouble. It is in our best interests to avoid complexity where we can.
Yes, I must agree with Kietsia. So to see the simplest jokes are often the funniest.
Very well. Let's keep things simple then. So far we have brute force. I think our gods will be very too happy with a very short, angry man. What are gods like that? Which does any of our gods like? Yeah, any blood's good.
Well, you guys do have a reputation as brutal. Don't forget that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, maybe we just
So just going and murdering them is pretty brutal.
We could just sort of ransack the place at least. Get in there, tie him up, stop him before grabbing any authorities. Maybe, rough him up so he doesn't, he fears us too much to call anybody on us, and then we go off with the artifact, and that's it.
I have no points in fighting whatsoever. Legit playing a pacifist.
Well, want to give it a try anyways? Do you want to do the Bravo score?
Yeah, we can do that if you guys want to. I mostly just want to get this artifact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't care how we do it as long as we get it.
let's do it.
Kick his ass.
Time to be a combat clown.
Yeah. Your knife can tell your jokes.
Hello. I learned this one when I learned this one when I interned at the Rakdos Circus.
Do you want to practice swallowing swords?
You swallow this sword with your abdomen.
Hold his head and slide it now.
Perhaps I can help you with that one day.
Perhaps you can.
Oh boy. Alright.
Two-person acts do bring their own type of have their own type of energy.
This is how we all died.
It is potential.
All right, let's go through the question.
Indeed. So this is a assault score, more or less, as I understand it.
Yes.
What? So, what is your point of attack here?
Cause I don't know if we'll just walk in and smash up the plate. I think it's more like sneak in, but then assault him by subduing him and getting off with the artifact and whatnot. But it's probably still assault, but it starts off a little stealthy at first. But I don't think that's enough.
Stealth is optional. Let's put it that way. Stealth is optional.
Yeah, I mean, we maybe lockpick a door, we get into position, and then it turns into assault.
Can I walk in there? And I walk in there like the guy before and say, "All right, I have the money," and I just keep counting pennies in front of him until you guys do your thing and beat his ass.
Oh no, you're gonna turn into an old man. You're supposed to be like, weren't you supposed? What was your character supposed to be like before? Not Fry.
I think George McFly.
Yeah, George McFly. And you're gonna count pennies.
I was just a piss. I mean, it's a good distraction. It's like, God damn it! I have people coming and counting pennies all the time in stores. It's annoying as shit.
All right, I'll go with it.
The character's supposed to be a goofball. I'm like, all right.
Your face is a goofball. Oh wait. Oh
I mean,
shit. Damn it. Oh.
Does it work when you have a face?
Which one?
Yeah.
As the Joker infamously says.
Very painful to turn into a ball.
Yeah, so, sounds like we got the point of attack, which is essentially through the main door. I like it. So, we have one die for sheer dumb luck. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
We're robbing a place in broad daylight, technically.
This guy's well known, isn't he?
I don't think so. He doesn't leave his house.
He's of some level of infamy. I would dare say it's a bold thing to literally kick in his front door and take it by force, whatever that may inquire.
Yeah.
Not a very fast statement. Does his plans Oh, is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors?
No.
Not really.
Hey, give us relic. No. Okay. Thwack.
Then I
How
pull out
about
my
I
gun.
do anyway?
Sounds fair enough to me. Sounds fair enough to me. Beautiful. Yeah, so mark that down as 0. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target? Or hit them where they're weakest?
I mean, are we just gonna take the relic and leave, or are we gonna snoop around a little bit?
Well, we know of its existence, but we don't really know any specific vulnerabilities for acquiring it. So I would probably say no. Simply knowing that it's in the building doesn't really do us too much good.
I mean, we managed to make him bring out to the main floor. It's kind of like out in the open. If you guys want to do that plan, or you just let me just piss him off.
One could argue that with a direct assault, you're you're essentially using your scale against him. Yeah, I'm gonna put that down as a 0. Is the target strongest against this approach, or do they have particular defenses or special preparations?
We have no idea.
Their house is a fucking maze.
No one is prepared. For the
Yeah,
Harrowed
that's a good
Council.
point. Yeah, I'm gonna put down 1 there. That raises a good point on it, just on its own. Can any of your friends say what now?
So I want to get him out in the open. I was like, all right, he can't hide from us forever.
Precisely. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation?
My boy's still in jail, so I don't think so.
Yeah, unfortunately. Anyone else have anything in mind?
Prostitute, does that help?
How could the prostitute help?
Or amount? I don't know.
Well,
That changes the entire nature of the score, I think.
no, I don't think I can make that joke. We're live, right? Yeah, I don't think I can make that joke. I'm gonna.
Post it in chat, we'll laugh at it later.
Yeah, someone else talk some stuff.
Okay, so moving on. Let's see here. Enemies or rivals interfering in this operation?
Who knows?
Oh.
Mine did last time, so it's not my turn anymore.
Our rival's a gang leader.
Bajo? Oh, yeah. Bajo Boss. Let me have a look here. Who is this guy?
He was my buddy in the last game, but still kind of a dick.
I think I'm gonna put that down as a 0 as well. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, I'm afraid. No.
No, our GM's running out of creativity. Oh no.
Oh, there we go. I like that. Any elements you want to consider? Yeah, -1 for the other elements. And can you all think of anything?
Oh, I mean other elements. What do you mean by other elements?
Anything that we should consider going into our planning before we begin.
Maybe some of the examples it gives are maybe it's a situation in the district, or maybe they're lower tier or a higher tier than you. Are there any X factor, essentially?
I mean, I don't think
Any at all?
I don't think it would really manifest. I was going to say the fact that if he is a hermit, he's pretty ignorant of the outside world for what's been going on in the streets and stuff. So if we played on that, we would have like the advantage of like knowledge he doesn't. You know what I mean? Like when someone lives under a rock. But I don't think we can really use that enough.
He doesn't seem very paranoid. He seems very willfully ignorant.
Tomato.
I mean, if we say like the people are looting in the streets, I'm pretty sure he'll kick me out. I'll alert him, so I don't want to say that.
Well, the thing is, like, if we, well, I guess because we're going with the assault plan, but if we had gone with like the imposter thing, or even if we start off with that and say we're part of this group, I mean, he won't know what this group is.
Yeah,
he's
true.
He's not gonna have information to say no. That's the part. Like when you're ignorant, in hermiting things, you kind of lose touch of people of relevance, so you can't call people on their bluffs. But I don't think we're really going with a bluff style. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't do.
So
I'm
I think
stretching
that's
it.
gonna... So what now?
Stretching. What if I don't go in as this goofball character and come in as a Tekarosi, like straight up and saying, "Hey, has some fucking guy been in here talking about the boss?" Like interrogating him, like, "Hey, you fucking talking to some fucking person saying he knows me?"
That might work as well.
I mean, it's still a distraction. It's fine.
Yeah. I think that'll be your call right there, but I think that's what we have for the roll here. Which is set for the right 0 dice roll.
All right, who's doing it? Who's making us desperate?
Yeah, who because I hate to say it, but based on last session and based on how Zal started this session off, it's not looking so hot.
Yes! An XP session, my favorite. I'll roll.
Fearless, sir.
Give me a die, singular.
Oh no, 0 dice.
Yeah.
All right.
Two and take the lowest.
2 and take the lowest.
Let's see.
Roll engagement, my friend.
Time to grind those desperate actions.
Oh, wait. I can actually do that from the crew sheet, can't I? Yes, I can.
Yes.
There we go. Yes! Ha ha ha!
Of the low. So let me tell you exactly what happens here.
Hell yes, brothers.
So, Rayford, you're in there. You're doing your little bit, whatnot. You're counting the pennies. What is your bit? What bit did you end up going with?
I'm gonna roll a D1, D2 just to have a coin flip. Oh. The space slash or just all one thing?
So /R space, and then whatever the dice setup you're doing.
/R, okay. I just need a coin flip. Okay, I'm going in there as a Tekarosi and like threatening him. Like, did some fucking guy talk about Lord? Fuck, keep forgetting his name. Mood. Keep forgetting
Lord
his fucking
Pommel Hurl?
Earl. Yes, is some fucking asshole talking about Lord Earl? Like, what the fuck were you trying to buy?
I think Craver's like in the process of like, no, you don't have to worry about that. I took care of him. He isn't gonna buy anything. I can tell these people apart, etc. That kind of like blah 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 kind of deal. When the door opens again, and the other 3 of you walk in. Excuse me, we're in the middle of a private conversation, yeah. Think you could come back later?
Who wants to go?
It's a strange.
Well, you know that private conversations are not always so secret.
We're talking very softly. I can hear
I
you,
know.
but I should have you turned up very high.
Well, you see,
Much better.
As it would so happen, sometimes these private conversations involve more than just the audiences in the room.
You take one look at all of you. All three of you. Ketchal.
I would like to note that I have heavy load.
Oh, shit,
shit.
I thought we forget.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about load.
Yep.
I always forget about load.
So I would like to flavor my heavy load, because usually it's like you look like buffed up, like you look like you have a lot of shit. I want it to be like I'm in my clown costume, and there's just like shit poking out of it. Like there's weird bumps in certain pockets and stuff, and all over it, it's just kind of like ridged and.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's an like it just is like.
Yeah. So you think so? Yeah. What is everyone's load right now?
I'll
have
be
light
at
load.
standard load for Ketzial.
Yeah. Medium. Hashtag no meta.
I have light load.
Yep. So Craver takes one look at all of you. His fingers have been kind of steepled this entire time. Glances all of you over, and then bolts underneath underneath one of the tables on the other side of the building.
I slam my fist down.
As
on the counter.
soon as he starts to bolt, I want to try and pocket sand some trance powder at him.
Oh.
Go for it, finesse. Sounds like would be the role there.
What's our position and effect?
We unfortunately are in a desperate position.
Yes.
And I'm gonna say it is. I would say it's limited effect.
I'm curious how. Oh wait, where's
Is there any way I can increase my effect?
You can push for effect.
I can push for effect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll push for effect and go to standard.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to help me and try to like grab his legs or something?
Yeah, Ketzial will assist with grabbing the other leg.
That'd be a skirmish roll.
No. It just gives me a +1 dice to my roll, right?
And
Yeah.
that hits 1 stress for that, I think.
Yes,
so
one
you-
stress for the assist.
Yeah, so if you guys are both taking 1 stress, I'll get 2 bonus dice.
I'll do it then. I'm gonna be like, hey, we're not done talking yet, and like still going on with this act.
Would it be more of a group action at that point if there's 3 of us working on it?
You guys just do it. You guys are fine.
Yeah, we'll just have it be a
Sure.
assist,
All right.
because this can be like our plan is to trance him, basically.
You're not really doing the same thing either. It's like he's doing a finesse thing. You're trying to go for like almost a skirmish style role.
Yeah. This is more like a chaotic mess, and I'm just getting a bunch of advantage trying to like be like pocket trance.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out. Hey.
Hey.
Oh.
How many bonus dice did you give yourself?
2. I have
Two?
2. I have 2 dice in finesse, and then Ketzel and Rayford assisted.
Did multiple people do an assist?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Can't they?
I don't think 2 people can assist.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they. Let me have a look here.
Please.
No.
I think it's just like it's like an either or thing. I thought like it was just like you check. It's like a checkbox. Like, did you get an assist? Yes or no? Not.
But that's why I kind of asked about a group action
Group
at that
action.
point.
I apologize. I missed that completely.
That's okay.
As the intention. Let me have a look here.
Say yes, so we can have the 6. Give it to us.
I mean, it could be
don't
a
know.
Yeah.
Devil's
Plus one
bargain.
if you
No.
have.
Devil's bargain.
Only one person can assist.
Yeah.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay, well then I rolled a 2.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Or-
So yeah,
or-
you
But that was bargain.
Which one of you guys, Rayford? How about you just take your stress back? Or
Yeah.
Or
do you
Devil's
want minus
Bargain.
one stress since I think Quetzal helped. I think
Throw it.
Quetzal offered the help first, so
Yes.
we'll go with
Uh,
that order.
I mean,
Real
like
quick
you-
here. Does I apologize for interrupting. Does Roll20 lay out your dice in order that they were rolled, or does it order them by numerics?
They don't know what they.
What they were rolled, yeah.
Are we sure about that? Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
look,
4-3 up there. Yeah.
Like you could still throw in a Devil's Bargain, and if he accepts it, the 6 could be valid.
Sure.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head right now.
What
I'm afraid.
if we
Hits me with the trans
trans?
powder.
Actually, no, I can think of something.
What if
You hit him with the trans powder, but not before he gets his hands on something that was on the table and cracks it open.
Oh, this son of a bitch.
Well, I feel like if I don't trance him, he's going to be able to do that. Anyways, right?
Yes.
So I might as well take that I trance him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right.
So yeah, you hit him with the trans powder just as he like grabs the thing off the table and crushes in like his weird, pudgy, gnomish hands.
What a weirdo.
What a freak.
And he like sniffs and snortles as the powder hits his face before his pupils dilate to the point where like they're very narrow, and he's like this glassy.
Wait, if I take the Devil's Bargain, I do get a 6 on this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. He just kind of paralyzes him there. But at the same time, there's like sparks coming up from this like shattered, almost looks like miniature Fabergé egg, almost. They had crushed in his hand and then dropped when he got hit by the powder. And up from them is like twinkling these little sparks, almost firefly-like, actually. And they keep going up and getting brighter. And they're so beautiful. You just want to keep looking at them, staring into them. More and forever.
Do you believe your eyes?
And that goes for all of you, by the way.
But Gnome Guy is tranced, right?
Some guy is tranced, but
We're
all
also
of
tranced,
you all
basically.
are- basically, you all are in the presence of these hypnotic light.
Can
Tell me
I?
what you do. How do you? What action do you take about?
I want to tell the hypnotic likes a joke.
Oh my god.
He's in character.
What did the wizard say?
No, this is how I get out. Actually, this is how I get out. Actually, trust me. Hold on, follow me here.
I
I'll
have
look
an
at the.
idea.
I want to
Sorry,
stare into
just-
the lights, and I want to say, "Oh." Fireflies are in Duskfall. I'm trying to keep my jokes I'm trying to keep my jokes canonically accurate.
Probably not in Dusk.
So
maybe
could
more
I
with
reference
Cerberus thing.
Fireflies?
Maybe more with Cerberus or Dagger Islanders thing. I think Duskfall is too cold for Firefly.
Okay, well I've been in. In that case, I'm going to say, why did the firefly manage to get tricked into being trapped in a glass jar? He wasn't very bright. Is there any audible reaction from the lights?
No.
Or is it just shiny? I go, what?
I have an
There's-
idea.
This is not the radiance of the laughing god. And I'm gonna start
Yeah.
foaming at the mouth and freaking out. That
I have
I've
an
been
idea.
tricked. I've been bamboozled.
So, with that said, how else are the rest of you reacting to these light? That again, you just like transfixed by them as they shimmer and twist into all sorts of colors and shapes, blinking in patterns and designs.
This is gonna require a question for my ability.
Go for it.
I want to turn my face completely blank, cut off all my senses from my face, bring myself blind.
That's so sick.
I'm willing to take stress for it.
Oh, fuck.
Is there a focus roll?
The role for something like this. So essentially what you guys are currently being faced against is a type of summoned horror. A strange sort of eldritch abomination. This guy had in his shop.
Okay. Do we
Sort of
know
like
that?
Lovecraft.
And character, not necessarily, no. Of course, again, in character, you're also not very much, you're not quite within your own senses right now as you're being transfixed. A role here could just end up being a resist roll to see if you can, like, break the hypnotic trance of these lights. Very similar to how you kind of, book kind of says, when faced with the ghost, roll to see if you can resist the innate supernatural horror they all kind of exude.
Is it
Gotcha.
Is it the visual part that's got us, or is there other aspect going on?
That's the question that Xanax here has actually asked me to raise about myself. Where does this sort of
Is it a visual
end?
or
Begin and end? Yes. Is it like a purely visual hypnotic light sort of thing, or is there more to it? Is sort of a supernatural spiritual magic sort of thing going on? And I'm going to say that it is a matter of it just being like hypnotic lights. They are like literally hypnotic lights. That's what they're.
Then could I interject for a moment and using the thought process that I previously laid out, where I'm like seeing this radiance and everything, and it's like I'm transfixed by it, and then like my immediate frame of reference is the radiance of the smiles of the people, and as they indirectly praise the glory of the laughing god, and so could I use that frame of reference to like attune to the laughing god and sort of bask in the wonderful radiance and love that would far outweigh these silly parlor tricks.
It's okay. Sounds like a resist roll.
Okay.
I
I was thinking it was an attune, but I mean I could just resist.
Works. Also works. Yes.
It's my highest dot, so it's like I'm pretty sure the same roll. It would just have a positioned effect.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like that. If you want to give yourself, well, let's see what everyone else is. Have a big roll jamboree here in half a second.
Okay, we can all roll at once to see who escapes and who doesn't.
Wow. Is this my headphones making a noise?
Yeah, we hear you.
No, I'm hearing like a zzz noise.
Yeah, it's coming from you, Mike, man.
Yeah.
It's coming from my mic?
No, Nick's mic.
From my mic?
Yes.
No, it's a little bit coming from Pancakes, actually.
Yeah, I think it's more on Pancake.
Not that I've heard.
My microphone may have been too loud. It's hard to tell. That or my keyboard's really loud, so I apologize if so.
I think everything's
figure it
back.
Alright, so
Seems like it. So let's just go in the line here. Pancake, how are you handling these hypnotic lights? What does Ketchal do?
Well, first things first, you mentioned that this is eldritch in nature here. Does my Iron Will ability have any effect on this, that being the case?
Immune to the terror that some supernatural entities inflict on sight. The warning does say specifically terror. But I am willing to say that it applies more than just this. So yes, you would be immune.
I was going to say, if not immune here, would I be able to recognize that it's a danger and then roll a resolve resist to snap out of it, essentially? One or the other.
I'll leave that up to you. If you're willing to kind of leave that up to chance, I'll leave that up to you. But yeah, absolutely, the resolve resist would apply here perfect.
Okay,
'Cause
gotcha.
This is absolutely an iron will sort of moment.
All right.
Resist, we just pick resolve, power, prowess, and insight. That's the resist, right?
All right. I want to say I think it makes more sense in this specific situation to make the resist roll for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
It's sort of a terrible feud in the IQ that's hypnotic lights, but yeah, go for the resist roll then.
All right, and I take plus 1d for Iron Will, of course.
Excellent. Ooh.
I resisted very. Yes.
Well,
yeah, you remove one stress. Very nice.
All right.
That's how we do resist rolls.
Yeah, I think in character this sort of correlates to Ketziel sort of immediately picks up on this being ethereal, this being unnatural, and starts reciting some nonsense to himself, something about the Book of Nostra, some stuff from his faith here that really doesn't make any damn sense whatsoever here, and sort of uses that to like focus his mind and purge it of noticing this foofy light stuff, and kind of refocus his mind like so.
Yes, madness mantra, very beautiful.
So yeah, what does Ketzel see? Maybe you want to have us all do our rolls to get out, and how we're gonna do that, and then roll before you describe what Ketzel sees in the room that us three don't see because we're transfixed by the lights.
That's a good thought there. That's a good thought. Valkyrie, how about you?
I want to attune to see if it is just a visual thing or if there's some other presence about this.
Okay, so you're sort of letting yourself be transfixed, but at the same time trying to gain a bit more further information on it.
No, because I have a thing to counter it if it's just visual. I just she needs to determine if it's just visual or not. She needs to know if what she's going to do in this moment is going to be effective with anything.
The complication with that is that you have very limited time. It's sort of a react or don't react sort of moment here.
Well, I mean, we gotta go
That's
about
gonna
it
be
this
the
way.
call you make. So what now?
Gotta try it this way anyways.
With the attune way?
Yeah.
All right. And Rayford, how about you? How are you handling these lights?
I'm gonna resist by pretty much like making my face completely blank and making myself blind.
Okay, sounds like another resolve roll.
Yeah. And do I get a bonus dice for demon face?
Only if you spend the stress.
I will spend the stress. Didn't even need it.
Nice. Didn't need it, but you stress.
I added it. I'm pretty good on stress at the moment.
Very cool. Very cool.
Half the party's out right now.
I'm going to have to get back to you on that demon face thing here in a minute. Anyway, so Valkyrie and Simo, the two of you, your position is going to be desperate, and your effect is going to be standard. Both of you.
Let's go a 4. Desperate Force really bad.
Keeping with the rhythm of the rolls.
Unfortunately,
You're rolling a ton of ones tonight.
So Songbird, as you attune to this
Yo,
thing,
Ketchel stole all the good rolls for their
No, who stole it yesterday or last week? Someone stole a bunch of them last week.
no one stole it last week. They were just universally shit.
Yeah, they were all shit. It was like an okay one.
The good roll last week, if I'm seeing this, and that might not even be accurate, was a resolve roll from Simo, but I think that was from the week before. Regardless.
It probably was, because I didn't roll it last week at all, I don't think.
Yeah, regardless. So, Songbird, as you attune to this thing, and as you sort of reach out into this thing's arcane essence, because it is very clearly a thing that has arcane essence, you not only start seeing this light before your eyes, but start seeing it within your mind as well. Beautiful and dancing and terrible to behold. It's almost as if you're no longer in the room where you were standing a moment ago and are currently floating amidst these lights, as they're drawing closer and closer around your brain, around your mind, your soul. And for everyone looking at her, Songbird is standing there, staring wide-eyed directly into the lights. As for you, Bartholomew, you do manage to sort of push back against these lights a little bit, focusing on your god in a very similar way how Ketchal did. But it's not having quite the same effect. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps you can think of a good reason as to why, but the lights here are still blinking and shuddering within your mind. I want you to take level 1 harm.
What?
Lights within the mind.
Okay. Damn it.
But other than that, you have managed to more or less shake off the effects of it.
That's because I'm a little god. No.
So yeah, the only one here who doesn't really have an action to take next would be Songbird, as she stares, almost crying, looking at the lights. What do the rest of you all sort of do?
I'm trying to get used to moving around with just sound. I'm bumping into shit like, oh fuck.
Ketchal?
I'm gonna...
Boo-boo?
Is anyone else in the room?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be doing anything quite yet.
Let me see here. I need to pull open my items list again here and see what does what here. One brief moment here.
Mm-hmm, of course.
I don't remember what my items do. I'm so sorry.
We have not engaged with our items at all for several sessions, it feels like.
I know what my
Very
pistols
true.
do, but I don't think those will help
I
me
don't think
here.
so. I think the last heist we used a lot of them.
Here we go.
Fucking.
Yes! I have spirit bottles. That's right here. Might I be able to use one of my spirit bottles to attempt to... Well, actually, both of my spirit bottles, since I have two, apparently. May I use these to attempt to trap the foul portents inside and thus remove them from the equation? At least partially, if so.
It's a possibility. It is a possibility. These lights are meant to house supernatural entities.
Mhm.
As the name implies, it is meant for human spirits, but well, it might work. How are you going to go about trying to bottle these lights?
That is a very simple question here. Let's see. These are each the size of a loaf of bread. So I'm going to grab both of them, kind of like one by one, just rip the tops off of them, kind of like slam them on the floor amidst these, raise my hands in like a very triumphant gesture, and I would like to sort of over. I don't know if this is the right word necessarily. I would like to impose my will upon them to basically force them to submit to my superiority. Gosh, this sounds so fucking stupid. I'd like to force them through arcane means into the bottles because I am the superior life form.
A spirit bottle too.
You are the ultimate life form, Mr. the Hedgehog, yes. I do like it, though. I do like it. You're looking at... You look at Desperate Limited, though.
Oh, for always. Let's see. Let's see. I am in Desperate Limited. That's fair. Let's see. Could I...
Actually... Yeah, Desperate Limited.
Okay, Desperate Limited. Is there a Devil's Bargain possible for me at this point?
I think there definitely is here. The bargain is that as you open your mind to these lights, you're going to be afflicted with very much the same sort of affliction that Boo Boo is currently suffering from. There's going to be like lights within your mind, pops and flickering, dancing orbs of luminescence within your psyche.
Tempting. I think I'll rely on good old-fashioned pushing myself, actually. Yeah.
Team as well.
Yep, I will go with pushing myself. I will disregard the Devil's Bargain this time. But thank you. Let's see. I don't think is there anyone in a position that would be able to assist me at this point, or is everyone still pretty much?
Boo Boo is awake. Rayford is awake. The only one who is not available to really do anything at the moment is, of course, Songbird.
All right. Would either one of you be interested in assisting?
Yeah, sure, why not?
You could do a group action as well. It is a potential.
Group action? Are we ordering a tune?
Yeah.
I think it would be a tuning at this point, yeah.
It absolutely is a tuning. It's how you describe it.
We can present the full might of the Harrowed Council.
I like this.
Time to get in our Gundam and fight.
All right, I'll bite. Let's do a group action.
All right,
Very nice.
I will lead a group action of Desperate Limited, and we can push ourselves individually on this, correct?
Only one of you will need to push yourselves, if I'm
Okay.
not mistaken. It is the highest effect. I think it's from the leader itself.
All right, I will push for effect, so we will bump this up to Desperate Standard then.
Yes.
Do we all get the bonus from the desperate action?
Yes.
Ooh.
Essentially, it's Tetchal who is making this roll, and you are just sort of
Raising our hands and
Sure.
like, hoobity doobity.
Herald Council, lend me your energy! Ah!
Oh god.
Like that.
Exactly like that. Wait, so we do get the experience point.
Yeah, you just said we did.
You are going to mark 1 experience in resolve.
Hey,
For this
we did it. 2 6s.
2 6s, let's go.
It is unfortunate you gentlemen do not have synchronized.
I know.
It's unfortunate we do not have jump off a bridge, but that's a story for another day.
I'm not commenting on that playbook. Unfortunately, you do take 1 stress from yourself.
Yee. Trauma here
All
I
of us
come.
or just him?
No, just me.
Oh, cool.
Yes, just Ketshaw, the only one who takes stress during group action, is the leader of the group action. But yes, with a 6, there is this this outpouring of divine tuning energy that sparks in the air. And through the 3 of you, I think there is almost a manifestation of this power of your god. Faint hint of laughter. A almost sense of intelligence and wisdom. A great roaring passion and mighty might overbearing. And the lights flicker and shimmer. And you almost think for a second, watching these just points of light, but they're shuddering in fear as they descend, float down back towards the ground, and slip away into the spirit bottles. And as you close them, and as they do this, and as you seal them, Songbird, you sort of blink and realize you are not floating in the middle of nowhere. You're standing on the ground. What just happened? What were you thinking about? You don't quite recall. But why is it everyone's in different positions now? Did something happen? How do you kind of take all of this? How do you take this entire little scene in?
She holds her head for a moment.
Oh,
What happened?
We delve deep into dark corners. The veil weakens, and its monsters seek us.
Quetzal kind of like picks up the spirit bottles at this point and kind of like stuffs them away inside of his trench coat.
Today we were fortunate. Tomorrow, maybe not. Be mindful, all of you.
He kind of like coughs a little bit.
even his voice gets hurt.
Oh, well, that was surprising. But I guess everything's all right. Is he subdued? Where's the relic?
Good question. I look behind the counter if he's still there, if he's like tripping.
he was. Yeah, no, he was. You managed to pull him out from behind the counter initially, and he had been standing on the floor. Mere feet from going underneath the table is where Boo Boo was able to strike him with the trance powder, and he's still standing there. His entire body is sort of elapsed, standing in place, a very light sway to it, with what little drafts of air are going through this old and kind of. Yeah, that means it's not a good quality building. Nothing in Duskwall, unless you're rich, is a good quality building. But yeah, his pupils are still like dilated. His eyes, his entire irises seem to have almost shrunken down to like the whites of his eyes, as they've glazed over with a distant, milky look.
I look back at Boo Boo. I'm like, good throw.
What did he throw? What did I throw?
Trance powder.
Yeah.
Saying good job for throwing that in his face.
Oh. Oh, you said good throw. I thought you said what did I throw? Okay. I go. What would a clown be without the tricks of his trade?
Very true.
Mime?
Now, did you say a mime?
Oh.
Yeah, Songbird says mime.
I'd never mention that cabal of evil, sick, twisted individuals in my presence again.
Why?
Cabal.
What did they ever do to you? I mean,
Mimes
they never even use real
practice
things.
the work of the Dark Ones.
Oh.
Do not
Is it because
speak
they
to
don't
me
laugh?
of their witchcraft.
Is it because they do not laugh?
They do. Oh,
Are you sure you weren't
very
mugged
intelligent
one
one.
night? With their
He was
invisible
mugged by guys.
weapons?
No. The dark, the twisted works of the mimery bring only death and destruction their wake. For where they go, they bring no laughter, they bring no smiles, they bring only the tricks and deceit, fooling the common man into thinking there are walls in which there are not. Mimes are the lowest of the low, the darkest of the dark. I pray that you'll never have to encounter such wicked creatures in all of your life, Songbird.
I think at this point, Ketziel is in the background. He kind of nudges Rayford, and he's just like,
And for a moment, I was beginning to respect him.
I'm disappointed that you didn't say mimes are the lowest form of comedy.
Well,
Look at
no, because the lowest form of comedy is
This is a little
I
more
don't know.
comedy.
I don't know.
Saturday Night Live.
Have you heard the things my character has said? I don't think I'm in the place to judge the comedy of anything.
Yeah. Look at Ketsu
Fair
on
enough.
like. It's like we all have fears. I'm just gonna look at the little tiny man and like nudge him and be like, "Good sir, can you bring me the relic?"
Have a look here real fast before I do such a thing. No, I can't do that. You haven't paid for it yet.
What are you talking about? We have already paid for it.
No,
Are you forgetting? You seem to be having some problems with your memory.
I wasn't.
Perhaps a joke might jog your memory. Now, what do you get when you cross a very short man who deals with the monster, who deals with monsters beyond his understanding, and a group of pious individuals seeking to advance the work of their grand and holy council? You get a dead short man if he does not provide us with what we are looking for.
Oh, that turned.
It's
sensing
very
command.
funny if you understand.
I'm sensing a command roll from the two of you.
The two of us?
The both of you, yes. You gave him an order, and now.
How about Rayford rolls command and I assist?
How many
Doable.
points you have? How many points you have in command?
1.
I have 1 too. So this will be.
Then having you roll for 2 dice is probably better than us each rolling once.
Sure.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imply, hey, do another group action. I'm just.
Well, I took my point of stress if you want to make your roll.
Alright. Position.
Oh, yes.
Controlled?
Controlled stat.
I mean, he's under trance powder.
Yeah,
Like,
controlled stat. Control great, yeah.
Oh crap.
I'm sorry.
Controlled. Great. And bonus dice 1. He didn't even need it. That's a 6, a good sir. Now get us our relic.
See. Yes. So there's like a moment of more hesitation as he tries to blink, but his eyes just don't want to close the whole way. So there's like this awkward twitching on his face. Before he finally walks forward underneath the table and vanishes from sight. He's gone.
Gone?
Yeah, he's gone under the table. Minutes passed.
That was a chunky one.
Yeah. Minutes go by. hear a loud thud and a sound of dragging from behind the counter. Or behind the wall of stuff, bookshelves, and everything else there. And then from underneath the table, he reappears, dragging this, as I described last time, this almost sundial on a pedestal style design, featuring with centaur design at the top of it.
Great gifts in the chat, by the way.
Very
I pick it up and I'm like, very good. Now, would you be so kindly to hand me some rope?
He brings you some rope.
He said he has like a ladder that like lets him go to like.
for no.
Hold on. I'm not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do. Said he has a ladder. I'm gonna tie him to the ladder and just push it up. So he's just in the banisters now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna hang him.
That's much better.
All right, yeah. He brings you the rope, and I'm just gonna say that you're free to do that. There's not really a whole lot getting in your way with it.
I'm just gonna tie him up in case he snaps out of it in the mini second now. Gotta show the relic to everyone. It's like, is there anything else we should do before we escape? What's that noise?
DM mic switched off.
Oh, you're kidding me. Hello?
Hi, hello.
Oh, that...
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
okay, it's better now. Yeah.
It switched inputs though. Something else is
What?
like, it's weird.
No, well, it's better now though.
It's working. That's all that matters.
Oh, I'm still on my stereo microphone.
Doesn't
A little
sound like
echo.
it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Let me try resync just to be sure then. How about now?
That's
A little bit more.
I don't know. I don't understand.
We'll never know.
Tis truly odd.
It is.
So, we have acquired a relican. Does anyone else want to do something in this building before we bolt?
Yeah, I want to leave false evidence around so it doesn't look like we did it.
It's a good point. Oh, I want to bring the ladder back down and be like, do you remember the people who came to your store?
What?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like a Dio villain for a second. Like a JoJo villain for a second.
Yeah, your mic got really like something happened, but
Everybody
it
jinxed
worked.
her
He's
until the
using
DM
its
uses
stand, goddammit.
Salvador!
Exactly. He's using its stand.
I literally have no idea.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it. We only have like 45 minutes left, so it's like
It's no
fine.
big deal. Make it part of the lore.
It's part of the lore. Oh my god.
I'm gonna ask the guy. I'm gonna ask the guy if he remembers the people who walked into his store.
Which one?
It's a good question. Who walked into your store in the past 2 hours?
There was John T. Burton. He tried to. He tried to swindle me out of an item. Item you just gave to. That I just gave to you. Like, he does blink once now. He's like, processes that thought.
You did not give me this item. You sold me this item.
I didn't. So didn't get money for that?
Yes, you did. Put it in your register. Counted very quickly.
Yeah, I can tell right now he's going to like be kind of sort of snapping out of you. You have him tied up, you have him up in the rafters and all that, and he's answering your question. But he's slowly starting to wake up out of it with your continued plying and whatnot. You can try in keep him under it with a bit of clever suggestion here, like you're doing right now, but it will require a roll.
Well, if I fail, I'll just hit him in the face with more trance powder, because I have that in my inventory, too.
Do you?
Yes! I'll roll for it if you want me to.
Yeah, you can do that, or you can just use more trance powder. I'll see if you're willing to take off the trance powder.
You know what? I haven't used any items, so yeah, I'm going to use trance powder.
Yeah, I'll say if you're willing to take off the trance powder, you can just kind of keep him under for a little bit. A second dose brings him back down. You're right, I did. There was a fat man. A rich... No. Was he fat?
He's talking about
I
the
don't-
guy... He's talking about the guy...
remember.
He's talking about the guy... If he's talking about the guy I was, like, pretending to be, like, one of the goons of Lord Hurl. That guy just had a demon face. Like, legit, he looked like a demon.
No, he wasn't talking about that guy at all.
Okay, good.
It was a rich guy, though. Creepy voice about him. Was looking for cages.
You say pages or pages? I don't know.
Cages.
Pages. Oh, it's Zhao. He's very wealthy. He
The
won't let us...
lore.
So what now?
Said, oh, it's Zhao. He won't let us out of the cages. He's getting more cages.
Ah! Funny! And then there was a Dagger Islander fellow. Skull face paint, funny little hat. Looking for spirit stuff. Said he'd be back by now.
Kind of like turned to everybody and said, we should probably leave soon.
Yes, you probably should.
Eh.
And past your three comrades, Rayford, you see a, well, no, not you. He's going to be familiar to you. Past your three comrades, you see a lanky Dagger Islander standing there with a carved staff in his hand, and ending it with its top ending in a almost like cat-like head. He's wearing a small bowler hat. His face is painted white in almost a pseudo skull sort of design. He's wearing clothes that wouldn't look out of place on like a gondolier, but the style was all wrong. The gondoliers have a very uniform look to them almost. This guy's are like he's mocking them almost.
Oh, cool. He's our bud then. Gondoliers don't like us.
Well, that's...
So did the rest of you turn to face him, or do you just kind of stay where you are? What's going on? How the rest of you react to this situation? Because one of you will recognize him.
I must have recognized him.
Wait, which one of us will recognize him if we all turn to face him?
Well, do you turn to face him?
Yeah, well, yeah, sure I do.
You don't recognize him.
I don't.
Is it Aura?
Then I want to go.
Oh, hold up. Let's hear from everyone else.
Okay.
I think Ketziel
Is it
spins
my
around.
boy I owe a favor to?
Ketziel spins around to like
He
look
is skull-faced,
and
though.
reaches for something in his trench coat, but doesn't immediately react otherwise.
Yeah, you recognize him, Ketchum.
Oh, do I?
It's Flint.
Pod.
I want to, when I turn around, is this first Ketzel? Ketzel.
Hmm?
Is you recognizing him a good thing or a bad thing?
This is the guy I made the deal with at the play, right?
I
Or
don't
am I
recall making a deal with.
Okay, I'm thinking of something else. Who is this now?
We made a deal with the guy who was hunting down Songbird.
Oh,
It's
that's
Flint.
Is that this person?
No, this is a different
Wait,
guy.
no, this is a different.
Okay,
guy.
that's who I was thinking of. I apologize.
This guy's name is Flint. Is that one of your?
He's a spirit.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't like me.
Cool. When I turn around, can I get the vibe that Ketchel turns around and is like, "Oh fuck," and I want to go random bullshit go, and I hold my arms out and all like these random springs and trick cards and stuff that I have loaded up my sleeve. I want to like have all these items.
Go.
I need them actually dangerous.
Huh? Okay, so this is like the end of the score, right? Or close to the end of the score. So what I'm thinking is I'm covered. I took heavy load, and the only item I used I got for free and didn't take up load.
List off
So-
a bunch of random bullshit.
So I hold my arms up and like my fucking suit springs and like magic clown performer tricks start going off and everything just starts flying out. Actually, I want to ask this. Maybe I should ask this in chat. I'm just gonna go ahead and ask it. Is this too silly?
No, I love this.
I
Please
love it.
continue.
No.
Because I was thinking like we could have like I can put weapons and like knives and shit. Because obviously I'm a fucking cult clown man. Like I'm gonna have knives and stuff up in here.
I just imagine like it's like a Jack in the Box, something just springs out of your chest.
Yeah. It's kind of. It's more coming out of like some of my sleeves, just like this whole get up. I'm just gonna go ahead and take off all the items that I get for free. So this includes stuff that I would use for cover identities. There's like dice, trick cards, like springing
Throw a
out.
wardrobe at him.
There's for some reason there's a ghost key and a spirit bane charm flying out there too, and then in addition to all that, this flurry, this torrent, a blade or two comes out, some throwing knives come out. I'll take the two bits for a large weapon. So maybe something like like a ridiculously long, like like a large weapon. I don't know. Okay, no, I'm gonna come back to that. No, yeah, okay, I'm gonna come back to that. But an unusual
bat.
weapon. So I want like the ribbons that they pull out infinitely. That springs out, and I want it to sort of be like covered in some sort of substance, which I can.
Make him
If I,
sweat,
for
too.
example, if I take arcane implements, could I cover the like ribbons and stuff with ghost powder so it kind of coats the person who it hits? I mean, not ghost powder, trance powder. So it's like an unusual weapon mixed with some arcane implements. Okay, no, this is
Well, you-
arcane
you- well,
implements
you-
is something. Hmm?
Yeah. Yeah, no, our arcade would say I think preclude trans powder as a.
Okay. So how about it uses the unusual weapon of like the infinite rope thing, but the arcane implements has like a bottle that's hooked up into it, so it would fly over and splatter on the guy. And let's say that it's
Okay.
a vial of electroplasm, if that works.
Yeah.
I prepared some of like I love the idea of Bobo the Clown just like going into every event like a war zone. So a blade or two throwing knives, unusual weapon, or ribbons, and the infinite ribbons which are carrying the electroplasm vial on it. He's also getting clonked by a ghost key, a spirit bane charm, a bunch of dice and trick cards, and random masks and shit. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then my 5 and 6 dice I'm going to use depending on how the reaction to this is.
So what kind of roll is this you're making? Almost sounds like a skirmish.
It does almost sound like a skirmish.
What kind of
but
roll is this?
It does sound like a skirmish, but I don't
Roll
have any
for
dots in
every
skir-
skill.
I don't have any dots in skirmish.
That's perfect. Even better.
So, my question is, could I get away with a finesse roll?
You're gonna be limited effect in a desperate position, my friend. There is
If I
no
do a finesse roll?
subtle misdirecting about this. You've just
Oh, okay, okay.
Just throw a bunch of shit. Shit, no trans powder. Everything else.
Then I am going to push myself on the skirmish roll, and I am also going to... I don't know, maybe Quetzal could shout something, could say something that distracts this guy, or like goes, "I'm here for you, Quetzal," and then he fucking gets bombarded by bullshit.
I have 2 stress left. I want to use it very wisely.
Okay,
If
that's
this goes
fair,
the way I think
that's
it's gonna
fair,
go.
That's fair. I'll
I
just...
have another bargain for you.
Well, it's push or accept a devil's bargain.
Yes.
I'm pushing.
If you say so.
So it's desperate limited.
Yes.
Or no, could skirmish be
No, no.
standard?
Oh yeah, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, if it's skirmish, you're looking at risky standard.
Risky standard. Can I push a position for effect?
Yes. We're desperate great, absolutely.
Yes. Let's fucking go.
We don't live.
Is
we
there
don't
anything else
grind
you
to
want to do?
live. We live to grind.
Is there any other dice that we can get for this? I don't think so, because I don't know. Well,
Just jump for it, man. I really want to see where this goes.
Yeah, go
Just jump
for
for
it.
it.
Just jump.
Is it a bad thing? I hope you
I-
fail, because I just want to see it feel like what
I
the fuck
do
was
want to
that?
also add that if I do not get knocked out and I am still able to do something, I want to follow up with pulling out with taking my 5th and 6th load to pull out a giant hammer and try to whack him with it,
Oh my
Okay.
fucking
because
god!
I can get a large weapon.
Just roll for it and let's
So-
see what happens from there.
Yeah,
Let's just do it. I literally couldn't have asked for anything better.
Everything you have, it's gone.
He's dead. He's gone. He's dead, Jim.
Oh my gosh.
This is beautiful.
Honestly, if he had planned that, that is the greatest joke I've ever fucking seen. All of that, like, fucking set up for it.
Joke
And then
ever.
just
One thing though, as a clown, he did make us laugh.
that is literally like god tier comedy. I have to be honest. Like unintentional.
You
or
gotta
not,
give him
fucking
experience
god
points
tier.
for representing his god. You have to for that joke.
Quite possible. So Simo, Boo Boo, Bartholomew, everything you have on you explodes out of your costume, tearing it to shreds, popping through its false flaps, and it makes about all of 3 inches, and before it collapses down onto the ground.
Can I pull out my hammer and try to wreck him?
Well, here's the thing. You also have a consequence from this roll here. And... I think... Consequence for this... consequence is going to have to be
Hammer 2, you're taking his only thing left.
no. He makes the move against you instead. Like there's like a moment of silence where you're stunned. Like, oh no, my trap didn't work and whatnot. He takes a moment to pull out his own spirit bottle. I think you all might want to keep your friend back before I pop open this little ditty right here. You ever read the news about the Clarkson murders? Or, as the papers put it, the Market Way Massacre?
What do you want with us, Flint?
That's what I want with you and more what you want with my friend here, Ketchel. Hey, would he refer to you as Ketchel, or would he refer to you as something else?
He would refer to me as Ketziel, yeah.
Yeah.
Did not harm him.
So what is your relationship with Flint, if I may ask? Hostile, obviously, but...
We are on bad terms. Let's see, he is a spirit trafficker. I would say that he and Ketziel had originally started on a path together, like where perhaps Ketziel was following in his footsteps because he thought it would serve him at one point. When realizing it wouldn't, he basically made a mockery of Flint in the middle of a public square and basically got an entire city angry at the two of them. Flint kind of now hates him for it. Given that's the case here, actually, I disregard previous here. Flint might refer to him as Iwamon, actually, by his first name, his given name. Makes him sound a little bit more evil.
I'm wondering what you're doing here with my friend, Iwamon. Making a mockery of more people, ruining reputations up and down the night market now.
Difficult to ruin a reputation that is already fallen, Flint.
See, that's where you're wrong. I've been doing a lot of work to pull myself back up, and, well, as you can see by the little ditty I have in my hand, I'm still got plenty of skill at picking up folks like this. He went in. Found him in a dark alley. Still a bit of sanity left to him at the time, but haven't spoken with him lately. Maybe you'd like to find out if he's still in a talkative mood.
Can I?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I
you're
was gonna
fine.
say, I was gonna like walk in and be like, "Hello, nice to meet you."
Go for it. Yeah, if
He
anyone wants to
looks
jump in, by all means.
Yeah, he just look over Rayford. And his
I'm
eyes,
trying not to turn
He's
this
not
into a
that-
shootout.
his eyes flicker at you with a. It's rare. You could swear it looks like a spark of a less electroplasmic light. It's like looks you dead in the face. You can tell he's trying to gaze into, past you and into you to get a better sense of you. He's essentially attempting to attune to you.
Oh, this son of a bitch. And can I roll against that?
Yeah, what would you do?
Are you trying to look at me in the eyes?
Yes.
I'm just gonna do what I did with the lights. I'm gonna make my eyes completely black. There's nothing he can really stare into. He's just staring into the void. Can't really tell what I'm looking at now. It's just this. Everything's black. The irises, the whites, everything's just black.
So how would you position this as affecting his attune roll?
Trying to throw him off in a way where it's like he can't really look me in the face, or because my face is changing.
Oh, okay. So kind of an eyes of the windows to the soul sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just I'm kind of like my face is drifting, and he's just like it would be very difficult for him to keep track of it.
Yeah. Okay. So what kind of roll would you make with that, or kind of?
I'm guessing it's since he's rolling a tune, I'll roll a tune too, right?
That would make sense, yeah.
Alright, and would take 2 stress for my demon face.
Only if you want the potency effect from it.
What position?
Looking at...
Yeah, I just want to make friends, man.
Risky standard, I think. He's nothing super special here.
Alright, and I get a bonus dice if I use my ability.
Gain, let me look at your character here again.
Yeah.
It says you gain potency, which gives you increased effect. You also would get a bonus die because you'd be pushing yourself, but yeah. So you gain both. You gain both potency and a bonus die. So you go up to risky great.
Oh, shit,
Essentially.
Risky. Great. And no bonus dice?
One bonus die because you push yourself.
Gotcha. Alright. And spin. Good. Didn't even need it.
As his eyes flicker up and down around your face a little bit. Fine, be that way. I'm not here to talk to you anyway. I want to speak with my good friend, Iwaman.
Friend is a strong word I have no need of.
Fair enough. So it is. So, Iwaman, you want to answer my question?
I think Catsiel kind of like glowers a little bit at this point.
No.
You think you're in a position here to refuse?
Would it be possible for me, because I did mention earlier that I did reach for something inside of my trench coat here. Would it be possible for me to draw 2 pistols and just kind of like point them at him? Not shoot, just to kind of like point them directly at him?
Please don't kill.
Oh, there goes that.
Yeah.
I'm not shooting.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay.
Pull down my gun.
All right. So Iwaman kind of like draws out 2 pistols, one in each hand, and just kind of like points them for a brief moment and then just responds,
Yes.
Bold of you. But do you have what it takes to pull those triggers?
It doesn't have to be this way, Flint. Turn around and walk away. Our paths have long since diverged.
I disagree with that, seeing as you're here in this shop. Same as me.
I follow the Red Mother. Her path has led me here. You do not.
And on that path you walked over every single person you ever came into contact with. Flip looks at everyone else in the group. He ever tell you what he did with his old associates? How he treated us? How he used us? You plan on doing the same to them, Ketchal? Or have you already and they don't even know it?
he kind of like glowers a little bit at this point.
If I do not suffer, they will. For victory there is no price not worth paying. Their lives, mine, yours.
Yours. I remember this speech.
Oh.
He stares back at you over the, like, past your guns. Not even, like, paying any attention to him at this point. He's, like, has his own spirit bottle in his hand, thumb and finger on the lid, ready to open it at a moment's notice. But I feel like there's a rule to be made here to determine and decide what exactly the path here will be. Ketchel, how would you define this?
Let's see here. He is a spirit trafficker. Wait, I still have the spirit bottles
Oh,
with the goofy stuff in it.
The hypnotic lights, yes.
Very well, Flint. Perhaps a deal can be struck.
I think at this point, Castiel lowers his pistol. Still has them held, but doesn't have them aimed anymore.
You seek the immaterial, do you not?
You're about to offer a trade, your man.
Who was it that took the Babo? Babo, I require your assistance.
Yeah.
I kind of nod my head over at him.
My compatriot here can attest. We've recently encountered something strange. Perhaps it would interest you. Something truly awful.
I help too.
Nice.
You talk about the little lights.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I help too.
Yeah, but... Shut up, I'm going somewhere this.
Yes, there are things much very dark lurking in the shadows. And they are being very, very bright, ironically.
I want to holster one of my pistols and then take out one of the spirit bottles.
There are 2 such vessels. In exchange for one, you will leave this place, as will we. In exchange for 2, you will not remember we met here.
He eyes the ball. You can tell he's studying it. And here's the thing: you know for a fact that this guy knows his stuff. You can tell what kind of soul is in a bottle by the very weight it is in it, the very weight of it. And he's looking at he's looking to see how much it weighs in your hand, how much you're having to struggle to carry it, how much you're having to hold it, the faint lights within it. He's studying it up and down, back and forth. Is there anything you want to do to try and obfuscate his analysis of it, or do you want to let it play out as it is?
I think I turn to the Harrowed Council at this point.
Perhaps your accounts will help change his mind.
Share your stories, everyone.
Stories of share accounts of what?
The stuff in the bottle
Oh,
that you saw.
Yes.
Sure, speak of it. Talk greatly of it.
Lights there. Perhaps it would best be explained in the form of a joke.
oh god. It was.
What?
Go ahead. Joke.
Well, he's working on his joke. Songbird, Rayford.
Somebody please help. I'm losing the crowd here.
So are this guy and three of our crew, they're keeping him busy? Are they in or out of the store?
You're still inside of the store.
He's blocking our way out.
But this
He's threatening.
But this guy's shop is like a labyrinth, though, right?
I mean, I was interrogating him, trying to convince him that we weren't here, and then in the middle of it, he walked in, and I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah, and so essentially what this guy is now doing, he has this soul. He has a spirit bottle filled with what he at least claims to be the soul of a mass murderer. He's willing to just pop open and release on you all. If you all don't leave the store essentially immediately, or his terms. Meanwhile, Shaw is attempting to negotiate with him, saying, leave us alone to our business. You can have these fancy dancy spirit bottle energy thingies. Spirit monster was holding the flickering lights that hypnotized you earlier.
Yeah, but
can have one of 'em.
His store is like a labyrinth, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I think when as we were working towards the question and as he stepped in, I think, and maybe like said his like opening bit, or Ketsiel at least recognized them, and there was that glimmer of notice on his face. I think Songbird had like dipped into the back of the store unseen, or we can at least
Kind of crawling underneath. Yeah, kind of crawling around underneath would probably what you have to end up doing, but easily possible.
So, yeah, okay, I kind of need to do a couple things. So I want to leave, I want to make it look like not the lampbacks, the bill hooks. I want to make it look like they did this to the store, some burglary. So things that are trademarked to them that Songbird would know.
It's shoe bill and hooks.
Hooks are a brutal gang, very violent. The common symbol they use and the kind of weapon they use is essentially just a meat hook.
Like maybe
It's really like
maybe she takes
you're
like a
trying to score
dusty old tome or something like that, and like puts it through a meat hook.
that might work. The term screams as you spear it. I'm kidding.
Yeah, that can work.
I almost wouldn't be surprised, or it tells a bad joke. But yeah, do that. Leave that around somewhere where it'll get seen. Maybe with like a poorly written note of this is just the beginning.
Yeah, kind of scrolled messages. Yeah, I dig it.
And then at the end of it, as it seems like there's the tension and this guy hasn't left, she's going to find something that's naturally, like, depending on how this guy's place is set up, find what would be the most reasonable place for something to set on fire. Maybe like some books near a lantern or something, and she's going to set off her smoke bomb and make it seem like there's a fire in the store.
She has a smoke bomb.
See, that's one of her.
Are you actually setting a fire, or are you?
No, I'm just setting off a smoke bomb, so it looks like there's a fire.
Gotcha.
And it's one of my Helix items, is a smoke bomb.
I like it. Okay, I like it.
And what do you want me to? What do you think should be? I should have to roll for any and all of that before we.
Mostly
Not too much. Can we wrap up?
Yeah,
wrap up the score with that, or would there be too much more that would have to be done for the rest?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, let me think about this. There ought to be like some role, but I can't really think. I mean, there's not really like any. Yeah, I think this is a good time for a finesse roll, though. Actually, this is a sort of like subtle misdirection you're essentially having to do here, and like it's not like you're making a scene of it either, else you wouldn't be drawing Flint's attention. You're trying to go about it very quietly.
Sure. Position and effect.
I'm gonna say position and effect with this. I'm gonna say you have controlled standard here. The situation really isn't affecting you as directly as it is the others.
Any devil's bargain.
Flint did get a look at you, so he's gonna know you did this.
Well, that goes completely opposite to what I'm trying to do. So no.
Choice, Al.
Well, it'd only be him, not everyone. Just the person that hates me.
I'm just trying to make this not a shootout.
Nah, it still doesn't. That's still too breaking down everything. I'll push myself for a die.
Okay.
Hey!
Nice.
Ooh, straight 6.
What
So
are these rolls?
I think as you and Flynn continue to regard each other, stare at each other, and like it's this Mexican showdown situation almost, where he's continuing to study everything. All of a sudden, what's that? And smoke starts billowing past the like over the bookshelves and past the cracks and whatnot. And he drops his hand for a moment and looks around, kind of a panic as your plan comes off that hitch, and he kind of realizes there's something going on here. There might be a fire or something. In that sort of moment, you all can kind of make a break for it. I think would be the ideal option here,
Well, it's up to them.
or however you want to handle this situation.
It's up to them.
I am carrying a very heavy idol.
True.
You are.
Guys, I have a plan.
This is about the. It is very large, actually, and it's very much made of metal.
Don't worry, guys. I have a plan.
Oh,
Perfect.
All right, XP, everybody.
I would like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
So, if you're looking to make a roll for this, a group prowl roll would be like the quick and easy way. But what is your plan?
I was going to say, could I set up everyone else to escape with the heavy idol by tackling, what's his name? Flint, yes, him. That person that I know. Would I be able to tackle him and sort of like keep him preoccupied just long enough for them to escape and then break for it myself?
Absolutely. Go for it. Make a skirmish.
Okay, cool. All right, and I do this for you all. What's my position in effect?
Risky standard, for sure.
I would
Do
like
it
to
for the council.
the memes, Jack. The memes. I'm gonna push this
I
to.
do have a devil's bargain if you would want to hear it first.
Sure. Yeah, I'll humor it. Go ahead.
He's going to get one of the spirit bottles as you drop it.
Let's see. I can't take a devil's bargain and push myself, so I'm gonna push myself for
Well,
an extra die. I think.
You could push yourself for effect
Yes.
and take a devil's bargain.
Yes.
That is possible. You just can't get an extra dice for both.
I
Yes.
was not aware of that. Oh well.
It's one of those more obscure rules, yeah. It's one of those more obscure rules that is half in the book, half isn't. Kind of is a homebrew thing, kind of isn't.
That works for me. Okay, so I was risky standard. I wanted to trade it to desperate gray, and I can push myself for more effect beyond that. Is that all correct?
Yes.
Okay, so I would be able to push this to desperate extreme.
Yes.
Yep.
All right, with one bonus die.
I believe in you.
I don't know, man. What the hell?
You
Yep,
don't see what he's just done, but I do.
It's for a good cause here. Yeah, I want to like rush forward to like tackle him in the process. I want to shoot at his foot with the one pistol I'm still holding as I try to tackle him.
Yeah, that's all covered under skirmish. It's close violence.
Okay, cool. It's okay. Yep. Okay. Yeet. Perfect. Love it.
Oh my god.
So yeah, he's like, as you move and as you fire, he like stutters back and you miss his foot and he pops the spirit bottle open. And there is a terrible roar of anger and rage. And let me have a it's a deep freezing fog that fills the room. As this ghost rolls, like painfully, almost like his body warping as it literally pulls itself out of the like baseball-sized hole of the opening of the spirit bottle. It is a horrific creature to look at. It's very clear that, although you may remember these moments happened merely a few weeks ago, this man's spirit's descent into bestialhood has been rapid. Very rapid. It is essentially little more than like a zombified silhouette, almost skeletal in its appearance, as it pulls itself out and clambers through the air, horrifying with its mere presence, each and every one of you. All the rest, so, unfortunately, Ketchel, I'm just going to kind of rule you don't really have a means of escape now. You kind of have to face this thing down for a little bit.
That's going to be a problem here. I kind of may have traumatized out a little bit during this process here. Is that going to be a problem?
That's exactly why I say you don't really have a choice.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Can't I? Oh.
Finally, a worthy opponent.
Here.
Our battle will be legendary.
We're just so trapped here. The other three of you, Songbird, you're the one person who's not within like sight of this thing, so you don't suffer this like sheer horrifying effects. But for the rest of you, like, ghosts are supernaturally terrifying. This thing takes in your fight or flight response immediately, unless you try to resolve yourself to calm your nerves.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to resist it.
Good call.
Run, you fly, you fools!
No, I have a plan too.
Is he
Spirit
there?
battles tonight. 5.
One stress.
I gain 1 stress or remove 1 stress?
You take 1 stress.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, but you successfully like steel yourself against this. And Ketchel, you're not like terrified and fear from this game because you have iron will. That absolutely is an effect, but yeah, it's the trauma that's keeping you in place. I just want to make that absolutely clear.
Yeah, no, I'm not afraid, but I'm...
Whatever your trauma has kind of trapped you into being right now, whatever you choose that to be. Boo boo.
Yes.
Fight, flight, or resist.
Run.
Run. Yeah, you just bolt. At this point, he's not even paying attention to you. You're just able to get out of there. Rayford, you gonna follow with the clerk? Are you gonna follow with your item, or are you gonna try and do something?
Since I'm a nice guy, I'm not leaving the party by themselves. I'm gonna do a risky ass bullshit. Hope to Father Centurius that he'll help me.
What do you do?
I'm gonna hold the idol up and start praying. I roll a tune for this to stop the spirit.
And that's how he died. We'll find out what happened next week, folks. Glad you're all here.
I think we kind of have to do that.
Yeah, we kind of.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger ending.
You did say this is an idol that has my god's writing on it.
Yes. Yes, it does. Yes, it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will have a proper cliffhanger tonight. I'm very excited to see where it picks up next time. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for watching. Tune in next week for our continuation. The end, maybe? Who knows? But we'll see you all then and there. Subscribe to Valkyrie, follow Valkyrie, go to Valkyrie's YouTube to watch our previous episodes. I believe they should be up and at him on his channel right now. Figure out where it all went so wrong that we ended up here. Have a great night, everyone.
Honestly.